My name is Abdellah Essonni. I'm Chief Executive Officer of Abjar Hotels, which is a 100% subsidiary of Al Mulla Group of companies. A lot of things. I think the one thing that's particular about our group is that we're owner-operator at the same time. In our portfolio, we have hotels that are managed under management agreements, but we also have hotels that are franchised, and that's the biggest chunk. So what's keeping us busy is obviously we're constantly in the lookout for good talent. As you probably know, there's a high turnover of staff here in Dubai, so that's something that we continuously searching for good talent. We also work very closely with the operators for the hotels that are managed, and we're trying to align our interests and our vision. As being the owner, obviously we concerned about the returns, and we're trying to indoctrinate that into the operators so that they're aligned with that. We have a common vision, and that requires a constant communication with the operators. For the hotels that are franchised, obviously, we constantly updating our forecast along with the market conditions, which are changing as we've seen in 2015. The market had seen quite a shift in its segmentation, and we needed to keep up with that. The biggest opportunity I see from the part of investors in the Middle East is one that comes to mind, obviously, and that's Iran. We'll have to see how that shapes up, and I think we'll know before the end of the year. That'll open, throw the doors wide open for investors from the Middle East, because of the affinities and culture. It'd be a natural place for investors to look at. There are other areas like an area that comes to mind immediately is Oman. I think I personally feel that Oman is very much underdeveloped in terms of its tourism offering. Oh, let me rephrase that, in terms of its tourism or hotel supply. What's keeping people from going to Oman is the lack of hotel supply. The largest obstacle we face in our growth currently is the ever-changing market. Like I said earlier, the market is constantly shifting. The minute segmentation changes, that affects directly our RevPAR and inherently our profitability of the hotels. Dubai is doing a good job being present in all of the source markets through DTCM. They constantly work on destination marketing, so they're heavily present in the feeder markets for Dubai. But even with that, because of the geopolitical factors and because of the currencies here and there that are devaluated, we see a shift in that. And we need to adapt to that. I had mentioned earlier that although we've managed to maintain occupancy, the RevPAR had taken a hit, and that obviously affects the profitability of our hotels. Okay, the industry issue that I'm more keen to learn about from today's advisory board is actually I was happy to see the presentation on the parks and resorts, because Dubai needs more demand generators, and I think that's exactly where more effort should be deployed. Give more reasons to people to come to Dubai, and what we saw earlier in the theme parks that are being developed just outside Dubai is a fantastic thing. Yes, Dubai has great weather most of the year. We have some of the highest standards in our hotels, and that's what keep people coming back. In fact, Dubai has the highest return ratio of guests in the world. People come back, and if we give them more reason to come back, then that ratio is going to go even higher. Well, the number one value is the networking that happens. I mean, you have most of the big players in the industry do attend AHIC, so the interaction with the various players in the industry is valuable and very beneficial to all the attendees. And obviously, every year you have some really interesting key speakers. The takeaway from that is that it helps you shape up your future strategy by looking at listening to the various mega trends that are happening in the market.